Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, freshly out of breath. Actually had to take out the trash today. That's why I'm huffing and puffing. It's not because of what I watched, but because I did a little physical activity, let's say, with some damaged hands there, where you got a mischief to help the king out. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about it, so I apologize if I'm breathing a little heavier, guys, than usual. But that's why. I'm not young like I used to be, even though I feel that I am and I can rule forever on the throne. But that's not the case. But anyways, I'm here to do, I guess, my spoiler review on Loki Season 2, Episode 6, aka the finale. And I can honestly say that it was good. I had low expectations because, with every MCU TV series lately, the shows, the episodes have been lukewarm at best. And even if there was a couple of good episodes leading up to their finale, the finales always were a disappointment, in my opinion. Not always landing it, but this case, it has. It kind of gives us an idea where the MCU, what direction they're headed towards, especially with Loki. So I'm warning you guys, spoiler, if you guys haven't seen, I'm going to reveal some details and stuff that stood out to me. So be warned, if you haven't seen the finale, go watch the finale, then come back and you can watch my amazing thoughts on this episode. Anyways, yeah, it began like the usual, man. I'm like, I don't know, where's this going towards? And then it kind of looked like it was repeating itself from the previous episode. What I mean by that, Groundhog Day. It kept on having Loki go back and forth, back and back and back, keep on rewinding the clock to kind of figure a way to stop the loom from blowing up and stuff like that. So he keeps on going to kind of, he's told, go faster. So he does so. Then he kept on going to the scene just before Sylvie was about to kill he who remains, basically Kang, where he stabbed him at the end of season 1 to see if maybe he prevented that from happening. Maybe it'll kind of solve the problem, but nope. He ends up sitting down and having a conversation with Kang, and he kind of discovers that no matter what you do, you try to save the loom, it's going to blow up, it's going to expand, and it's a fail-safe. It'll protect itself but destroy everything else and all that crap. So Loki's trying to figure out, no, it's either you can kill Sylvie, Kang's giving him this thing, you can either kill Sylvie and save the world, or you can let things happen, just let shit go, whatever. Of course, Loki, being Loki, goes, no, I'm not having any of that shit. So he goes, you know what, I'm going to figure out a way. So he ends up going back. He has particular conversations. And it was the one conversation he had with Mobius about things. And it kind of takes you from the very first episode when he, gets handcuffed and he talks to him and asks him, about sitting on the throne and they being shown the pictures of, his previous past, Thor and shit. I thought they were going to actually show us some clips or anything like that, but nothing like that. But that heart-to-heart talk that he had with him, he told him to see the big picture. It's always about the big picture. So he gets an idea in his head. He does what he does. He ends up going back and instead of sending timely walk through that path of pretty much destruction, is despair, he decides, you know what? I'm going to have the courage. I'm going to fucking do it myself. Pardon my language. So I'm going to be the god that everybody wants me to be or needs me to be. So it kind of reminded me of Transformers there. You'll know exactly what reference I'm talking about. So he decides, screw it, open the gates, walk towards the device so he can, try and see what he can do to the loom. And then eventually you see all these look like vines, right? Things coming and he's touching timeline after timeline. It looks like it looked like he was destroying them to get, to spare his friends and stuff like that. But he slowly started to grab them and walk towards his throne and kind of be the new, I want to say, gatekeeper instead of the loom. So he kind of controls and navigates everything. So creating maybe another multiverse of some sorts that he has control over. And it looks like because of his sacrifice, he ends up saving all of them and keeping the ones he wants safe and create order. And he's the god of mischief, right? He has his horns grow out, everything sitting on his throne. It was pretty cool special effects. I'll give him that, right? And I'm like, okay, so he's going to be the goody two-shoe god after all and, do what's noble and sit on the throne there and shit. I was expecting someone to show up there, but there was nobody. And then of course, he sits down there, sacrifices himself basically so everybody else can live and enjoy life and kind of maybe perhaps start another multiverse, a new TVA and all that crap. So we, flash back to Mobius there after, and he looks like they're having some sort of council that everybody sits down and decides their fate. Even that the betrayer, the doctor that it looks like he threw her to where that creature was, whatever, kind of left her there, and it kind of leaves it at that. Then you have Mobius with Sylvie walk to. Mobius finally, I guess, had the courage or whatever to go back and see what variant he is from, or what basically, him with the two kids, and he kind of is like enjoying the moment, and that's kind of where it leaves off, and it shows us Loki kind of like smiling, and that's pretty much it. No post-credit scene, no nothing, just that. So, was I satisfied overall with what I watched? Yeah, it was okay, I didn't have high expectations in the first place, and I was satisfied with what we got. Sure, did I wanted a cameo or somebody? Of course, you always want somebody like, cool, holy shit, Thor showed up or something, but nothing like that. But you can kind of see, at least from what I'm standing, what they can be doing with Loki moving forward, and maybe he's the catalyst for this new Avengers movie that we're going to be getting, and maybe we're going to be getting some possible other Avengers showing up. You never know, but at least there's a sense of direction in the MCU. Would it save everything else that comes out after this? I don't know. Got to still see the Marvels and see how that is, and if things are going to be cool. But I don't know. Like I said, it's always the storytelling, and it's the way you tell the story so people can invest of what the hell you're doing. That's why Phase 1, 2, and 3 and the whole Infinity Saga meant something, because it took a while to fester within us and for us to give a shit, pretty much, of what we were watching and in the characters that we loved. So when they died, we felt it, not just, okay, they died, there's a new character introduced, like, you didn't feel any attachment or heart behind it, kind of thing. But overall, I liked it. You guys let the king know what you guys thought of the season 2 finale of Loki. Did you like it? Did you hate? Put your comments in the comment section below. I liked it. That's where I'm going to leave it at. So just give me your thoughts below. So there you go, guys. That is my official season 2, episode 6, aka finale review of Loki. I hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other movie reviews. You name it, the works. Don't worry, the podcast is coming back. Probably, most likely, either November 23rd or December 1st. I'll see how I feel. And before I let you guys go, not to bring everybody's little thing on a down note, this is on a personal level, I think it's been exactly 3 years, to tell you the truth. If you guys ever wonder, at the end of these videos, what does Tinky Entertainment Studios means, or what's the purpose or the name behind, that studio or whatever the hell that shows up on all our YouTube videos on all my YouTube channels. Well, basically, to make a long story short, but not to diminish the importance of who I'm talking about, basically, Tinky Entertainment was named after my beloved dog, Tinky Marie. My first dog, she died exactly 3 years ago today, and like I always say, it's like losing a part of your family members, and you guys know, if you guys are any pet owners or whatever, you guys know exactly what I mean and feel, but you never forget. There's not one day I don't forget or even not remember good, fond memories with that dog. And she meant so much to me that I named my production studio, entertainment studio, after her in honor. And that's why you get the Tinky Entertainment. So if you ever wonder, that's why. And such a significant part of my life. Chunk, she died too soon, unfortunately. I think 8 years, 2012 to 2020, with all the pandemic and all that shit going on and what the king's been going on with. Yeah, that dog was very, meaningful and important to the king. So anyways, just wanted to give her a shout out. Tinky, we know you're up there. The king will be there one day soon. Keep an eye, make sure that the king does his job and he sits on his throne. You're still ruling by his side, right beside in spirit. Even though you're not here physically, you're right there by the king, making sure the king makes right decisions and to kind of push through forward with life, especially with your two little demon little sisters. You know who I'm talking about. Don't worry, I'm keeping them in line down here while you're waiting for us up there. But just wanted to give her a shout out and some recognition. And yeah, so take care of yourself. Take care of your dogs, your pets. Treat them like your family. If you're going to get anything from me blabbing on this little portion here. And yeah, I'll see you guys where? Right here on Youth to the Land. Take it easy and definitely be the hell good.